All right, welcome back, people. On this podcast, I want to talk about setting up your schedule. I run across a lot of people, or a lot of people cross paths with me who want to do something, want to start a business or create a product or write a book or anything, but they don't understand how essential it is to set up a process or a schedule that you can follow, because you can't really get the results you want sporadically doing things, right? You have to do things continuously. In other words, you have to do them kind of on purpose, right? And it kind of has to make you feel a certain kind of way negatively when you don't do those, right? And if that's not the thing that you're digesting for not doing them, then you're not doing the right thing, right? Because that's how it would work. It'll make you feel like, I gotta get back to that. I can't keep leaving that like that, right? I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So I want to just give you a few tips today about some of the things just off my head that I would do as a suggestion to you. I would say as a suggestion to you for you setting up your system. Like, let's say you want to write a book and you don't know how to go about that process, right? Now, I'm an author. I've written several books. And one of the things that I want to share with you from that perspective is that you first have to understand writing a book is different than making money with the written book. That's a whole nother beast. You have to market that. You have to advertise. You have to have book signings. You have to let people know that your book exists. You have to put your book online at Amazon or Kindle or wherever it is you want to put it. But it has to be there. That has to take place as well. So writing the book is difficult enough, right? Coming up with the topic, how many chapters you want, what you're going to name the chapters. See, all that comes from you. That's called intellectual property. That's coming from your brain. Before you put it out there, it doesn't exist because nobody knows it but you. So until you share what you know with other people, whether it be in a book, whether it be on a blog, whether it be on a video or an audio, it doesn't matter the platform, as long as it's able, other people are able to digest what it is you're thinking or what it is you know. Then it becomes valuable. Let me rephrase that. Let me say that again. Then it becomes valuable. If you just gain that information and gain that knowledge and gain that understanding and just keep it there, it's not valuable, because you have to share that with other people. You have to give other people an opportunity to like it, to use it, to benefit from it. Then you can put a price on it. And when you put a price on it, people can buy it. People can benefit. People can experience what you wanted them to experience. See how that works? But it's all up to you. It's not up to the people that will be buying it. It's up to you. So as you're deciding what you want to do with your information, whether you have that information or whether you want to do research on that information and share that information once you do the research, that's all up to you. But it's absolutely essential that you understand how important it is that you put it out there. You put it out there. And once you put it out there, you're going to also have some scheduling issues. Because if it's popping, if it's real good, people are going to want you to come and talk about it. Right? If it's not, then you're going to have to put it in front of people so that they can start talking about it. Right? Sometimes things are just good enough right off the bat, because a lot of times it's impactful, it's emotional, it's empathetic, and it resonates with a lot of people. Just like books that are on mental illness. When people read those mental illness books, those are therapeutic, because a lot of times you're hearing stories that are very similar to the story that you tell yourself, or the story that goes in line with your experience, right? And when you feel that, you feel a certain kind of way, like we're kindle spirits. I know what that person went through, right? So when you schedule your day, think about your day. When you schedule your day, if you have a job, there are things that you do automatically, right? You don't. Nobody has to say, okay, Larry, you need to get up and brush your teeth and wash your face. No, all that's automatic. But it's normally done the same way every day. So that's actually where your body knows better than your mind what to do, right? So that's a little bit deeper subject, but, and I don't want to go there, but I will say this. Your body can know more than your brain once it becomes a habit. It's like people who practice shooting free throws, 10,000 free throws, okay? Then their body goes through that motion regardless of where the brain is. They can be looking off. And that body is going through that motion because it's done it so many times that it's a natural response. That's the point you want to get to. That's the point, ladies and gentlemen, where you're rewarded on another level altogether. But so many people, because of for whatever reason, decline to find one thing that they want to master, to get really, really good at. And normally, when that happens, when they do decide to do that, they stand out. You notice, you know people like that. You know people who have certain skills that are just off the charts. I always like to reference people who can sing but don't make any money. My question is this. How can you have that God-given talent and not make a dime? Come on, now that's your gift. That is your gift. Use that gift. People will pay you for that gift. You want to go and do like what? Customer service work? When you have a beautiful voice like that? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me. You can sing into a microphone like I'm talking into right now. Package that and make it available for people to see, people to hear. Some people will like that, and some of those people that will like that will have the ability to put you on different stages, bring different amounts of revenue to you. You have to understand how that works, ladies and gentlemen. That's not like rocket science. If you know what you love to do, do it. If you do it enough, and once you start to do it enough, ideas and people will come to you. And as those ideas and people come to you, they will guide you down another path. Take that path. Take that path, especially if that path is in line with your morals and your values and brings an income. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. Being able to be self-sustained based on your efforts. When you can sustain your life and your lifestyle based on what you do, you don't need a job. You don't need Social Security. You don't need welfare. You don't need somebody to tell you you're not getting a check this month, or you're not getting, paid, or we're cutting your pay. You don't need that because you're in control of that. You're in control of that. And a lot of people don't believe that to be the case. And that's only because they only start. They don't go through the process. There's a beginning, a middle, and an ending to a process, right? That ending process needs to be something that you're not going to give up on until you get there. Now, from time to time, you will have to go a different direction. And that is totally cool, because more often than not, when that happens, that time was not right for that. But don't stop doing something else, because as you're creating your skill level on this level, you're also going to be creating skills on another thing that you're doing. Like when I started creating my system, the first thing I did was write a book, right? When I wrote that book, I didn't really understand all the other moving parts, right? After I wrote that book, then I wrote another book. And after that book, then I wrote an ebook, right? And then several ebooks. Then I started making audios. Then I started making videos. And over time, those started to feel a certain kind of way to me. I actually enjoyed doing the videos more than the writing and the audios, right? Because I love being in front of the camera. Not that I'm vain, but I love being in front of here, being able to look back and see what I need to work on. Because I look at things like podcast episodes. I'm not really a TV watcher, but I know TV exists. But I like to bring a message to people. And when I bring that message, I like to bring that message not only from me, but from other people's perspective. And that's exactly why I'm creating the system that I'm creating right now, to have a 3 or 4 person podcast show that I do on a weekly basis, probably weekly starting out, depending on the effort of the people I bring in that are on my team. Sometimes a couple of times a week is good, and sometimes 5 times a week is great. You know, I really want to get to the 5 times a week, but I know you have to begin someplace, right? So 1 time a week, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, and by 5 times a week, we should be syndicated, getting paid to do it, right? Depending on how you grow your audience or how you set up your system. But back to the scheduling part, all that has to be done based on the growth of the system, right? Like if you just inundate me with all that success and opportunities right now, it may throw me off because I'm not really familiar with that. But working my way up, it's going to be difficult to throw me off because I'm paying attention, right? I'm knowing I can trust you and I can't trust you. You know, I'm feeling I can bring you in, but I can't bring you in, right? You get all that along the way because it's the journey, ladies and gentlemen, that rewards you. It's not, that's where you get your benefits, not just going to the top. Yeah, you want to get to the top, but if you get there too quickly, you know, sometimes it's not good. I was listening to T.D. Jakes say one time that if he wants to ruin a new preacher, he would give him a church the size of his. There's too many moving parts. You are going to make mistakes. People will take advantage of you because they know you don't know. That's what people do. Not that all people are bad people, not that all people will do that. But people do that. And you know it. You're not asleep. You're waking up, right? You know what's going on in this world. Absolutely. All right, listen, I'm not going to take up much time with this one. I appreciate you listening again. My name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry. Google it. No spaces. And I'll see you on the next show.